What's up, friends? Good morning. You ready, champs? Ready to hit another day? Well, I am. Get our pre-market stuff going. Don't hesitate. We did it on VIX today. Day the carry through. We keep going. It's first week. VIX is right on the edge of Triple V. Trying to fight, right? Also trying to move pre-market. I think we're trying to move pre-market. Be very careful today, right? Let's see what kind of liquidity maps we get on the VIX. That's gonna be super important today to see how we keep moving. Friends, thank you guys so much for joining me every morning. Best trading team on the planet by far. Nobody comes even close to this group. Excited to see what it is we come up with today. What kind of Hey, Rich, you made it. All right, cool, dude. Cool, dude. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Working ready to get going. What's up? What's up? It's been a while, bud. I need to catch up with you. Dude, you know I've just been so busy. You know I love chatting with you, man. We need to have some, like, long time ago, we used to do this thing where we get together, like, once a week. All of us would do something fun. We would just get in a group. We'd watch a movie. We'd play games, something. We need to start having, like, social hour again. Life's not all about just all work. Hey, what's up? Good morning. Zoom call. Ronnie, Robert, Brain Bull, Rich, Justin, Nick. I can read the whole list, you guys. Welcome. Archie, Joe, Arsh, Ed. Keep going. There's a whole list to go. Good morning. Good morning. People saying good morning. Nick, Miguel, Justin, Island. Come on, what's up? What's up, YouTube? Hey guys in Zoom, don't forget to go over to YouTube and give the channel a like for a hot second, or leave it open if you want to help the algo out. Starting off, you know the drill. We have to get our pre-market prep every single day. Usually do this at night, but I do this in the morning as well if I forget or I run out of time. 809 right here on the edge. Okay. 58, 57.89. Ooh. Key level 57.94 here. So we're good. We're bullish-ish. So far, so good. Market has no sense of downside at all, right? All the data, all the tools point up. Everything's been pointing up. Everything's been pointing up for weeks. We've been talking about it for weeks. It's going to be a trickle up. It's not going to be a fly up market. It's going to be a trickle up. You're going to need a catalyst to get it to move fast, but it's going to have a hard time selling off. So every dip, I'm armed and ready to buy. We've been having killer weeks here. Killer months. 263. Like this, these are the months you wait for. These are the months that are fun. They're a lot easier to manage. The market's not volatile, so things don't fly out the handle. I just trust the system, right? Right here we have MHP. So we're good on this side, 263. So futures has support down inside of here. Already out the door. Are already out the door. We already know we've got bull support all inside of here. So it's gonna take an event or a catalyst to sell this market off, which I don't think we have anything big on the agenda today. As we do our pre-market, we talked about that yesterday in the Zoom call. Pre-market stuff. Just double check what do we have going on today. Costco had earnings yesterday, by the way. Came in pretty interesting, a surprise, but sold off. The random noise of earnings, nothing. That's anything on juice this morning. Apparently, Chinese stocks are doing very well, as I've been hearing from my friends that trade globally. A lot of data came through this morning. At par. PCE price index came in at 2, which is good. 2.2, which is good. Better expectations. No other big news data coming in today, and we're just going to walk through our open European markets close, and we're good. What's up, YouTube? Good morning. By the way, we're over on Zoom. I'll give you a little. Okay. Yeah. So we hear the Zoom call here. Yeah. All right. So what's up? Stimulus by CCP. Yeah. Good. Like I said, I was like 2 years ago saying it. October 2022, and we bottomed out. We'd be at, even before market started selling that year, I said we'd be at 6,000 within 4 to 5 years, which that's from COVID. So that big tweet that I made, we're like 4 years out, we're almost at 6,000. My next prediction will be at 10,000 within 3 more years. So get ready for that. SP is going to grow 60%. This is going to be a period of prosperity, you guys. No idea. We're just starting off with good economic data. We haven't hit the growth spurt yet. We're just starting to bottom out, and all the bad stuff is starting to like trickle away. 1 minute till market opens. Let's get ready to do this. All right, see what we get right out the door. How are things looking? All right, those of you, YouTube, good morning, good morning. We have a huge crew over here in our Zoom call, but you guys are welcome to hang around YouTube. It's a 30-second delay, but... Up 58.32, authentic, that's yellow line, right? So we got a yellow line right in the way. Market's opening in 1 minute. Get ready, get ready, get ready. And we're off. Okay, Right. $8.33. Yeah, that is it. That is the yellow line right here. We're out the door. Positive resilience. S&P is positive. Nasdaq is negative. So we have a little bit of index divergence there. Take note of that. looking decent. Okay, so with the S&P, resilience is now negative. We're looking to have a little bit of downside to fill the gap on SPY. So right out the door, let's just take a look at this. We have that futures pivot also nearby. SPY looking to at least fill the gap. And then, of course, you have small support and hedge pressure right here. At least trading from here to here is a scalp to take. This resilience number being negative, I'm not longing out the door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it fill the gap. Probably even trade from there back to there. That's always a decent setup. And, of course, we have the bull long up is always pretty decent right there. So as like in a similar boat, bull long down. A bull long down is just as bullish. Not terribly much different. Small position up here, this V-shaped arc up there. Decent. Oh my goodness. Give me a second, guys. Log back in here. Wait. Hold on 1 second. I think it unlogged me out for some reason. Hold on 1 second. I have these things on my end because I'm running on the admin side, like servicing people's accounts and stuff. You're like, hey, give me access to this, get access to that, etc. So I think I was logged in, and it had a conflict. Back. We're back. It happens sometimes. That's just me though, because I'm doing admin stuff. Russell's a BLU with Adam. We call it Adam bomb. The Russell kind of in the same boat. So all the indices are in the same boat today. They don't really have. They're all exactly in the same boat. They all have support here. MHP support at Russell's probably one of the better supports. Bull zone support also good there. These are two different longs I can take with 86 DD. I'm good. Good on the long side. Take a look at the sectors today just to see who's smashing it. Let's go. Good morning. What's the Scott Vaughn doing? Okay, let's see. Utilities and energy down. So S&P is a little weaker than the Nasdaq today, but they're both going to be strong, which I like to see. That makes me happy. All right, look at monthly maps on certain things. Look at IWM first. Being patient today to let the market pull back. Negative resilience on Nasdaq, positive on SPY though. We know the rule there is that SPY always wins. SPY almost always wins. So if the Nasdaq looks bad and the S&P looks good, the bet is always on the S&P for me. All right. Periods of volatility kind of going through here. So maybe next week we do get some attempts, but I don't think we feel this gap keep going. I think the market's going to continue to trickle up. Bull side strengthening, bear side weakening over time. It's perfect for a bull market. It's lovely here. Nasdaq is starting to build a little bit of resistance here. The liquidity pockets means Nasdaq has possible volatility next week as well. Okay, let's take a look. Make sure VIX is in our clean spot here. So I'm going to buy the dip today. This is good. We want to see this down here. And unless we have some big blowout sell-off day today, this is a good market for some move up. I just need to get a pivot to trade off of. That's the one thing I'm waiting for. So from here, the dips, 72.5, about 8 points lower to fill the gap. I think we'll support a half gap. We're good. Let's just be good on this one. About 10 points lower than here is the actual gap fill support. So 5,800 right on point right here. Gap fill support on S&P. Monthly hedge pressure support here. Let it pull back. Nasdaq's about that hedge pressure right now. Wait. No, there's caution. We talked about this yesterday. Yesterday's lesson. Watch Q's, everybody. Watch Q's. QQQ. Yeah, we talked about it. It's yesterday, so forget it. Forget everything I said. We talked about this. When you break MHP, this was yesterday's lesson. This is the new thing we're teaching. When you break MHP, you don't bet on hedge pressure bounce. Let it fall. Shit, there is that same trade as yesterday, that resistance on MHP. All right, so let's watch Q's today because Q's kind of the nasty problem child. Now the question for me is, do I chase a short? And I usually don't try to. We all know the drill here, right? VXY hedge pressure, and also VIX has a bullish liquidity map today. So actually today, guys, it's not by the dip day today. Thank you, my awesome chat, for reminding me. This is bad news. This isn't good news today. It looks like the tech stocks are starting to lose a little bit of steam. Nasdaq resilience back to negative, so we're probably there. Remember, resilience can forecast hedge pressure breaks, and it can happen. And I tell you, when you break MHP, you don't bet on the hedge pressure bounce. And now there's that resistance there. Let it touch bull zone. Oh, y'all are so good. Y'all are so good. Oh, champions. I don't know how it goes. Hit that like button, guys. Questions in YouTube. Just give me a question if you have anything for me. Little sector rotating. Russell's actually doing well. Nasdaq's pulling back. S&P's pulling back. So the question is, when we get that irrational pull, this is pretty gross on Nasdaq. Let's hit that bull zone and see what we get. Right. So here, BSD is a push off of hedge pressure like that. So let's let it pull back. But we're not going to bet on the market selling off today, are we? Oh no. Man, I love having all three of my things together in one spot. So let me show you what my screen looks like, you guys. So y'all know how I can see all this at once. My other screen looks like this. I got all four things here. I can watch all four simultaneously. I'm looking for a couple of strange oddities to happen. Breaking through the yellow line, which is monthly hedge pressure, is always a clue that something bad is happening. Okay. Always a clue. So when you break through monthly hedge pressure itself, watch, just for funsies, let's have some fun. Let's just do a little bit. Let's let Nasdaq play around a little bit. Well, S&P is still nice and bullish. So right now, the rule is normally you'll bet on a hedge pressure bounce, but you don't take the long here when you've broken through MHP. Also Friday. So I'm at to teach options. I'll make next week all dedicated to options. Let's wrap up the 20 days thing. And we'll make next week all dedicated to options. How about that? So here, this is the short setup from here. So all right, so again, we don't take the long bet here, and the question is, should I take a short bet off of this? And usually I'll just let it fall. I don't usually chase shorts off of hedge pressure. You guys know my rule there. I like to bet against the bull market. I only will short off of MHP for the most part. But the new rule we talked about yesterday, this is kind of cool, is that there's a new possible trade setup looming, and I'll show it to you guys. Again, you have to come to the Zoom calls. And our new graphics that we're going to make on these cheat sheets are going to be really well documented with all kind of neat stuff on it. So normally on liquidity maps, you take the hedge pressure bounce, but when you break through monthly hedge pressure, the break has a higher chance. It's actually 60 to 70% chance you do break instead of hold. Okay, but still, I don't like to bet against the bull market. I personally don't like to short off of that, but this is coming down today. Y'all everybody remember from the Zoom call? This is, oh, no spoils. Yeah, okay. Well, no, I have to tell it to you. If you know you haven't seen it. Oh, I need to post it too, by the way. Baby, let her fall. Let her fall. But see, the thing is, I don't chase a short either, because I don't bet against the bull market. To me, it's right on the edge. There's enough bullishness out there that it's good, but I know it's gonna fall. So I tell myself, let me let it fall and let me hit those lower pivots and take a hit on it. Like take a long. That dip. So it'll be strong. Close long and strong for the week. Like today, S&P monthly hedge pressure is about 14 points lower. Just let it fall. Pre-map's just not looking so hot. Now the problem is that SPY has a hedge pressure right here, and there is a possible small long on here. Now with Nasdaq, give me the confluence on MHP break. My confidence is down to take the long on SPY from here. Do we all see it? Everybody? So normally, right, you guys know normally I take a small long from here. But you have the caution on QQQ. This guy right here. So anytime I have caution, my position gets smaller, and small becomes a 0. So I'm not going to take the long on hedge pressure. Right? Right. Free oil is approaching bulls on bottom. Let's take a look at it today. Yep. You guys like to take a look at our awesome platform. Got all these tools in front of you. Volume prediction tools. The first in the world to do it. We'll show you. We'll show you the way. BSD on USO. Pretty interesting. Hedge pressure resistance is what you get. You can see on my screen over here to the side. This guy right here. Here to here. That's the pathway. And then bull zone bottom. Yeah, so oil has some kind of support inside of here. Market on that Q hedge break is trying to sell. The market is trying to sell. But it's having a hard time against the bull side here. Doing that. It's not wanting to easily sell. So for me, if we're back to here, it's definitely worth trying to take a short setup off of. Well, let's take a look. Resilience is still negative on Qs. You know me, I only like to short on MHP. Take a look at VIX. Yeah, the state of the VIX, right? We're kind of on the edge of VIX here. And because of that, we can get some overshooting pivots. And this can be a volatility event for today. So be very careful. Today is going to be really hard to try to find dips to buy. With VIX above triple B, we're likely to overshoot pivots as well. I'm starting to say that I'm talking myself out of today's market. It's probably going to be really shitty and really choppy and really volatile because of this right here. So, yeah, careful. Krem says the news in 17 minutes. Yep, that's right. Talking myself out of trading today. I don't feel super confident. Michigan numbers, baby. That can change anything in a heartbeat. Does Michigan numbers come out? Thoughts on long Apple? Well, wait, Michigan numbers are coming out. Remember, we always like to let the numbers push us to the limit where we're going to go. Remember, Apple is looking decent. MHP support, typically a reversal. XL isn't Apple only yet. XLC. No. XL. Apple. Oh, sorry. I always get them. Apple, I always forget where it's housed. I always keep wanting to call it a comp service, even though it's tech. In general, do we not have enough data? So liquidity map has support. Apple has support. One more leg lower. XLK has support. One more leg lower. QQQ has support. One more leg lower. So the market itself, whether it breaks structure today or not, is kind of what we're looking at. So even your heavy tech is destined to support somewhere down at the bottom. Apple and MHP is always a good entry point with a tight stop for me. I always. So right, so we're above bull bear break point on VIX though, so we're gonna overshoot pivots. The market might get a little choppy from here. Yeah, it's not gonna be a clean. Like the thing is with the way the VIX is, I don't expect the market to be like a clean ride up like it's been. Volatility is likely to expand, so these V's that we get right here, it can get like much crazier. I think we're gonna get a choppy day today with the VIX the way that it is. Bear credit spread on QQ after the news Get out of bull zone bottom. The reason caution is despite hedge pressure on the way. Yeah, like that's it. Like I personally would allow the volatility to play out today. Like we have a volatility explosion and get on the sell side for next week. Market might sell off for a day or two, but I think it's not going to be drastic or devastating. Come on, Q, hit that MHP, baby. I gotta be patient. This is how it works. You have to be patient when trying to short. I had to get my target, and that's it. Here. I need my R&R to be decent. If I fight against the bull market, I need my target to be like there. And we're going to let it overshoot just a little tiny bit. And then if it pops back down after the overshoot, I'm in. S&P resilience is deteriorating. As you see, it's going close to zero. Not a big fan of that. Remember, this is the middle. I'm not going to diddle in the middle. I'm going to let it try to make a move, and I'm going to respond to it. Pop and drop. I think today we get supported by the tiebreaker. When this orange line is below zero, then we're likely to break this with a little bit more ease. This white line below zero, Nasdaq wants to connect to fill its gap here. Now, the gap fill is always decent support with overshoots, which is what we see right here. The state of the VIX. So again, a little over eager to try to chase a short here. I kind of want to give it more confirmation to do so, but my brain is telling me it's going down. For me to trade it, I need it to go a little higher. I want my R&R to be clean because we're going to be overshooting pivots. So I never jump into a short early. Something you'll learn about me. Never early. To me, this is early. When VIX is above triple B, I expect the market to like surprise everyone. And I'm back in. We'll let it pop. NVIDIA under. Okay, so the Zoom call chat. YouTube, can you see the Zoom call chat? I don't know if you guys can see this on my screen. Our Zoom chat is full. It's like, this is where everybody's at. If you're on our YouTube show, YouTube is a 30-second delay, but Zoom is real time, and Zoom is where all our traders are. If you guys are here on YouTube, we love having you here. But check out our Zoom call. We have 2 Zoom calls a day. We train you on this stuff. Everybody here is so well trained. Big boy club. Big boy, big girls club. And then we'll teach you how to draw on your screen just like this. Come on. I gotta let it overshoot. Remember, when you break MHP, you don't use resilience as a leading indicator. That's the problem. So MHP breaks, just one across the board, means you have to take resilience with a grain of salt. And it's too much on the edge for me to use it to make a decision, unfortunately speaking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it overshoot and then make my decision. I'm definitely not bearish this market at all. And we do have an event in 10 minutes. So I'm just going to put 1 on the table. That's it. 1. I'm very nervous about the news just flipping the market one way or the other. So I'll just put 1. That's it. Just 1. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I'll let myself lose like $500 on this. Remember, shorts move quick, so I don't need a big position on it. In 10 minutes, the market's it's basically a coin flip in 10 minutes. Trade's going off pretty good. Decent. This is the hedge pusher support right here. Nasdaq, my R&R here is about a 40 point. So I'm going to do about 37.80. Probably where the stop is to here. So this is basically here to here. And I just have one, literally just one. Buy resilience now negative. Ooh, market's kind of falling apart a little bit. Don't look so hot. What's up, Paul Fitzgerald? Sign up for 6-7 for the month and 11 for every month after. The Zoom calls are included. Paul Fitzgerald, yes, sir. That's correct. That's correct. I'm going to tell you what you'll love, Paul, is the community here is so great. Like, it's not just me. The community, most of our rules and stuff come from us exploring this as a community. We use statistical data mining. We look at all the stuff. We study all the data, and we come up with the probabilities. And every single year, we revamp our strategy to be even more refined. And so this is the best it's ever been. Like, this whole new series is after years of data, years of back tests. We have all new probabilities for our stuff. So it's just a cool 20 days masterclass thing that we taught is just to bring you guys to like the highest probability stuff. So like when we put out our liquidity map in 2022. Yeah, exactly. I'll just do it. I love it. Our liquidity map came out in 2022, which shows the potential flow paths and the higher probability setups. The new liquidity map, which is coming out in a couple weeks, that's redone, and everybody in the Zoom call will get early access to that because we're talking about it now. It has certain ones removed, a couple more added, and then probabilities and position sizing on the chart. Trade it big, trade it small. Which ones do I do? Like today's setup, for instance, the S&P, it's a all new set of rules. Here, it's your element's going crazy here. So right here, normally the rule is a long from here to there with a small position. But anytime I lose confluence on any one of my positions on the long side, I always make the position size smaller. So this is already a long small. And since we have a Nasdaq hedge break, long small becomes a long zero. So it's a sit out. It's just definitive rules to sit out. So the cool part is that now the stuff that we teach is purely risk management position size. So the postulate is that everybody here can easily be a winning trader if you do the following thing. Again, don't do this. It's just a thought experiment. We always tell people, all you do is long the market randomly at any point in time. And we prove this in our courses. If you long the market every single day, and after 20 straight days in the worst month you have, you don't lose more than half your account, you will make money as a trader over time. And we proved it through the biggest market crashes in history. That's the only strategy that works. The strategy your 401k does, strategy everybody does. So how do you apply that mindset to trading? And why are you losing money trading? And this is what everybody doesn't understand. And so it's a deep dive into that concept. You guys know me, like, my background's in mathematics and engineering, so I'm always about data. And so the answer is as follows. Statistically, that is a fact. You can't argue with what I said. You can go back and look yourself, but we proved it. And the funny part is, so it boils down to, like, you don't have to really pick market direction. The market picks the direction for you. The market goes up over time. That's like the best part about the market. So But you guess up or down different times, and you're going to trade up or down different times. You're not always going to buy the dip. But the idea is that if the market always goes up, and if you just blindly long the market randomly once a day and you don't lose half your account after 20 days, statistically, you will have money at the end of 20 years. A lot more money than you started with, like a lot more. So why is it that we fight so hard and a lot of people lose money after fighting so hard? Why put all that effort to lose? And what is it that's making you lose? And the deep dive is pretty simple. It has to do with the fact that your position size is too big. And you're taking too much risk than you need to because you're losing more than half your account after 20 days. The idea is that this course is a deep dive in position sizing. Like when do you take risk and how much risk you take and how to scale your risk on the confidence you have. That's it. That's the difference between a winning poker player and a losing poker player. There's a bunch of garbage systems out there that are all lines and shapes and colors on your charts. They all look like absolute trash to me. They just look like, it's like people have stuff that just looks like this on a chart. You're supposed to decipher this to predict market direction. And like I said, that, you know, the largest performing hedge fund in the world, the best performing hedge fund in the world, the leader of that hedge fund stated he's a mathematician. The stock market is random. And I'm going to trust what he says because I believe the same thing. And it's not price action that's predictable. It's the behaviors of people that are predictable. So we built our foundation on that premise. The behaviors of people are predictable. Here's my $600 up. Let's go. I made like $2,000 yesterday. Pop it, baby. Let's go. Drop. Drop and lock. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Come on. Michigan numbers in 3 minutes. You know what I'm going to do? Always close for an event. I mean, that's $700 I didn't have. Okay, an event. Close before an event. Michigan numbers are coming out. Market's going to fly. I'm going to get a second opportunity to trade. Put $700 in my pocket. I need a bell, dude. Like, ding, 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 to ring. Then I need, like, a shot caller to, like, zap me every time I get the trade wrong. Or do something stupid. Or the community can do it. Always close. Look at this. Even, hey, YouTube, can you guys see the chat? Can y'all see the Zoom chat? I don't know if you can. Even the members here are always on point with what we need to be doing. They're so well trained in this group. UV, what's my thought? Lucas, overshooting pivots, dude. You know it. You know it, baby. Careful. Market's going to move weirdly today off of this Michigan number. Don't trust what you see. The problem is the market's predisposition to go up. The market wants to go up in this particular environment. The problem is VIX is giving us a strangeness to it. The volatility, the VVIX is likely to get higher. So the VVIX is like this, right? The volatility is getting bigger. The V's are getting bigger. So the market is likely to chop its way in and out of a range because this is here. And your pivots that you have are likely to overshoot and recover. So let whatever long or short you want to take, let it overshoot, let it recover, then take your position and whatever position you want. If you're short, you want this to stay there. If you're long, you want this to break there. Okay? So in overshoot mode, let the market overshoot. Let it overshoot. Let it overshoot the zone bottom. Everyone understand that? If you're like, I'm going to buy bull zone bottoms, don't expect this. And also overshoot and undershoot together. All right, 1 minute till the news. Those Michigan numbers come out. Remember, you always have to be ahead of what the game is like. I'm telling you right here. Somebody said, Day Trader Paradise, aren't you? Ah, ha, 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 ha. I think I am. Yeah, I used to be the name of my podcast. Someone looked at houses this week. I need that old time. And where were they flipping everything, but just for the news and the market time and news? Exactly. I get weird trollers on YouTube somehow. I think they're here taking notes, trying to learn how to get big in this industry. I don't mind helping out. We're looking at houses yesterday. We found our dream house, by the way. I love the house that I have right now. I have an awesome, setup. I don't like moving, but we're on the cusp of possible family planning. And Michigan numbers are out. Let's go. Let it do. Let it move. See what we got. Again, Michigan numbers are they've been a catalyst lately. 1 year inflation expectations at par, 5 year at par. Consumer expectations better than normal. Consumer sentiment better than normal. So the Michigan numbers, I would consider them to be good. It doesn't mean that the market's going to rally off of it. We'll do the current conditions as well. But these things have just been at the market's looking for a reason to move, right? So we always look at any bull catalyst could possibly have. So the consumer expectations, 2 standard questions. Expectation component index is based on 3 standard questions. They ask questions, they poll people, and then this is what happened. Higher expected number is positive for the dollar. Like this is definitely decent. The expectations are higher for that. Consumer sentiment, slightly better. Surveyed 500 people. Now again, it's University of Michigan, and they only surveyed 500 people. But you really want to see like the perception of what people are dealing with on this one. 5-year inflation expectation. Inflation's expecting to cap off, which is decent, right? We're not at the Fed's 2% target, but the Fed is definitely on point to be cutting rates. Yeah, so that's good. But like, watch what the market's doing. See, we always close for an event. I pocketed that money, and we're good. We're good here. Let me smack you with another short, is what QQQ's telling me. Look at the S&P just moving around like that. That's why we don't trade through events. We train you guys on that. So let the market do its thing. Market wants to be bullish. Let's just keep that in mind. We don't bet short for like big sell-offs unless you need to. This is the only scary part of the market right here. Hashtag only 500 what? Only 500. The shitty thing about YouTube is that there's like a 30-second delay, so I forget what I was talking about 30 seconds ago. Did I say 500 for something? Ooh, man, I'm getting like sore. I've been like working out every day too, man. Like crazy. So I'm super sore. So anyways, we were looking at houses because we're, contemplating family planning. And at some point, we're not married yet or anything, but like at some point in the future, right? We're like, okay, I need to expand a little bit. So we're having the debate that everybody has. Oh, 500 people in the Michigan sentiment. Yeah, see, that's what I was like. I was like, what did I say 500? That sounds familiar. This happens when you get old. Your brain turns to mush. Why? And see, it's weird that once Stream Elements kicks on, look, it starts to spam the chat. I need to make sure I change that. Edit. We'll make sure there's more lines of text. That way you guys don't get blown up. Like bot posts all day long. Who wants to see a commercial every other line of text? It's so annoying. I'm annoying myself with it. All right. Get some more room there. Yeah, it's the University of Michigan, so I don't even know who they poll. I don't know if they walk around the campus or something and just grab 500 people. Hey, do you mind taking a survey? I'll give you $10. I really didn't want to look into that and kind of see. So right now, market's moving. Nasdaq's trying to recover, but again, this is the second short entry on Qs if you're an advantageous trader. Hit that, and then that was the short setup on that. Honestly, I'm gonna let it just fall, but that is anybody here short on MHP and Zoom? Oh yeah, tons of you guys did. Y'all are all calling it out. Back legs are core. So like lately, okay, so I've been doing like a boot camp. So I go to yoga. By the way, I practice Baptiste and Vinyasa yoga. By the way, I'm an avid yogi. That's how I say thin. Number 2 is I do like a CrossFit style boot camp twice a week. Then I go to F45 in between. F45 is kind of like the the least one that we do, but it's just to mix things up. Because you can't boot camp 5 days a week. It's killer. Boot camp we go to is ridiculous. It's hard. It's really hard. And Krem's locked in that double bottom. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So Lucas short, Frank short. You like F45 like CrossFit Light, or is it Orange Theory? F45 is like Orange Theory. It's similar, very similar, and it's good because it's just like they have different days to do different things, and so like the ones we go to are just like rotating. It's kind of like I call it like workout light. It's good. It's a hard workout. If you're not a fitness person, you'll definitely get a workout, but it's not like grueling boot camp, like where you feel like you get your ass kicked. This gym that we go to for this boot camp, I want to tell you something I was talking about the other day. It's insane. It's like in the middle of the city. It's in between all these abandoned buildings. It's an old warehouse. Half the gym equipment's outside. It's raw. It's like a raw gym, and everybody there is like there to work. It's not a bougie gym with air conditioning and TVs and TV screens. It's like a warehouse with holes in the wall, and it's like that's what I like. That's where you go to work. It's only 2 credits on ClassPass for the boot camp. Believe it or not, it's a hidden gem. Now again, it's in like a questionable part of the city, but I'm a city guy. I'm not scared of shit, so I go anywhere. You know, we look for great places with great people. The people are great. The gym is great. You're certainly in a questionable part of the city, though. I don't even care. 2 credits. Let's go. It's like $6 or $4 a boot camp, like that. I'm gonna tell you, you don't become rich by wasting money. Let's be honest here. Paradigm bikes are killer. Best pick up loan spy, yeah. Just like markets in between my pivots, MHP resistance, bull zone support, hidden gem, a hidden GYM. All right, some late longs, Vin. Okay. How's my blood pressure since working out? Check it out, dude. Check it out. Hold up. Dude, I've been saving my own life here. Let me show you something. I'm going to tell you, this has been my year, you guys. Things have been going up pretty good. Ready? It's the other day. 122 over 93. So I don't know if you can see it. 122 over 93, right? That's better than what has been sometimes. I don't know if you guys can see this. 186 over 125. I've capped at 220 at times. Over 140. Okay. So to go to like 120 over 90, working out, eating better, baby, I just added a couple years to my life, maybe, which is good. But in my defense, I kind of let myself go this year. I wasn't working out regularly. I was eating dog shit. Like, I opened my freezer, and I looked in there, and I noticed, like, it was, like, bags of pizza rolls and stuff. And I was like, when did I start shopping like I was in college? I think I was, like, quick, convenient food. I cook all the time, right? And I'm like, why do I have chicken nuggets in here? They're not for my 6-year-old, that's for sure. I've been eating these things. So I'm like, okay, I need to stop buying salty junk food. What the hell? Rams, thanks, buddy. I know, 122 over 93, that's huge. That's, like, a huge win. So yeah. Let me tell you something even better. They got me on amlodipine, and then they got me on some other combination, but I'm not taking it because I got it down to 120 or 90, which is 1. So I told myself if I can do it without the medicine, I can do it. But this one, amlodipine, which is very, very light diuretic, which is easy. So I got my shit down. And you guys, you kids in here, let me tell you something. My brother and me, we both have blood pressure since our 20s, dude. And like, that shit just makes you have a stroke. Or a heart attack. You'll be like walking around, just randomly fall over and dead. So keep blood pressure down. It's not stress. I don't live a stressful life. I still live a pretty stress-free life, but it's like health habits. Anyways, like working out all the time. But yeah, let me tell you this gym. I'm gonna give it a plug really quick. We loved it. We loved it so much. We were like, we're sold. We're like, let me see if I can have a. Yeah, it's like, it's dope. Like I love this place. Yeah, this is the boot camp, kind of outside in a warehouse. I mean, it's pretty cool. We're hooked. Like we love this place. So they do like, look at, and let me tell you something. A membership. Look at this, unlimited boot camp for unlimited gym access, $55. Boot camp for $115 per month. That's like if you go 3 times a week, that's $10 a boot camp. $10. It's we're like, why is it so cheap? And like we don't understand, but it's incredible. It's like, anyways, if you're in Houston, and you're not like super bougie about your gyms or whatever, and you're like me, you want to work out in like a sweaty box with no air conditioning, that's by far, we're hooked. We love it. No, Brian, I still have like the one med though. Bowman speaks at 12:15 Central. Yeah, be careful for that. So that's later today. That might be a little bit of a catalyst. Today, waiting for bull zone bottom just to tap out and support. But yeah, but even on ClassPass, it's cheaper. So like, it's costing me like 2 to 4 credits, right? It's like less than $10 boot camp, and I'm dead. But anyways, happy about that. But more talk. It's market cycling. Those of you that are here just tuning in, that we don't trade when the market's in the middle. We don't flip the coin. We know where we want to execute. There's really no good long entry point right now in the S&P except for a small long up a hedge pressure here. Questionable what the market's going to do. I'd like to see the market move further down today because QQQ has a hedge break. Breaking yellow is always pretty devastating on the market. And when we break yellow, we don't take blue. That's the new rule. Normally this is always a long from here to here. But when you smash through yellow from one side to the other, you don't take that. You let it fall. So right now, it's in the mode of let's just watch it. The longs today are after the event has played out. If we reclaim here, I'm back to longing big. Okay, only if we reclaim. Other than that, I've got a long pivot from here to here. This is the BSU. You guys know how it works, right? Or BSD. Bull zone bottom, halfway point. So these are my 2 setups here. All right. Anyways, we're looking for houses, and we found this like beautiful house yesterday. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. But we're having the debate that everybody has, which is how much the question is, the debate is, how much does $1 million get me? It's a game you play. You can have a game show. How much does $1 million get me? And so the game we all play is how much does X get me? And all of you have the same debate. I can get X in the city or X in the burbs. And when you go to the city, you're trying to find the best you can get for whatever your price range is, right? And then it's always like, you know, older house or this and that. But then you're always like, you always kind of like peek at the burbs and you're like, oh, but what about the burbs? Because, well, I can get like this one house we looked at was about $1 million. It's like 4-bedroom. It's beautiful. It's brand new. It's like, oh, it has some amenities we want, right? But then we're like, for $1 million in the city, you get in the burbs, you get like a mansion in Texas. You get like this ridiculous, and like it's not even like you have to be wealthy to get it. It's average folks. So we're like, oh, do we want to live 30 minutes away from the city and lose our gym that only gives us 2 credits to use, or do we want to like move to the burbs and live like kings and be next to Chili's? So Vince, since you know Houston, we were looking in like Heights, but like classic Heights. So we're looking at a new build in Heights. So like, you know the different Heights areas, right? So there's like Independence Heights and Houston Heights and Timber Grove and all those places. So but the idea is that when you look at a house, it's like, okay, this one is like 1.1, and then you look at like what 1.1 gets you in the burbs, and it's like sprawling manor with like a pool with a lazy river and an outdoor kitchen, 4-car garage, and you're like, God, do I want to live in the burbs? And it's all, every time I look at a house, it's like the same thing. I always air back to the city. I don't need a lot. I don't need to like have all that space. But now we're like, what if we have kids one day and we need like 3 extra bedrooms? So we're playing that game right now. Do we go burbs or do we stay in the city? So right now we live in Montrose, which as Ben knows, it's a cool area of town. Montrose is the cool area. I love it out here. It's where the bohemians live. The artists, the coffee shop, the neighborhood is here. And it's like all the cool, eclectic weirdos like myself. This is my people. So this is like, we love living here because it's next to all the cool shit, all the fitness shit, all the restaurants, all the hip stuff, all the artsy stuff, museums nearby. Like, this is why I like living here. The park is across the street. I mean, me and the girlfriend went to a drag show brunch like a couple months ago. Like, you just, all the cool stuff is here, right? But you have the burbs, you can miss out on all that stuff. So we're like, do we want the city? Do we want the burbs? Like, which one do you want? Then, wait, where'd you move though? I thought you still lived in Montrose. Because we were talking during the flood. I thought you still lived out here. By the way, Houston's like a mecca for traders if you guys weren't paying attention. A lot of Houstonian traders that like, you need to start having meetups, man. Own pool, lawn, hot spring tub out for the fall, winter in a nice house. See, I'm telling you, in Texas, this is the debate we all have. Do you go to the burbs and live like a king? Look at Vin over here. Oh, you live in Santa Plantation. Ah, we also are looking out there. By the way, we might be neighbors, dude. The girlfriend's from Missouri City. Well, close to Missouri City. Is yes close to MHP? Let's talk about it. Sienna's good, man. That's a good area. Not even close. The track show brunch, yeah. You get all kind of like things that you definitely wouldn't see in the burbs for sure. It's like, you know, for what it's worth, if you like just being around different stuff. Like we're people that like things that are just, we want our experiences to be different. We don't want to do the same thing every day. We want to try something different every time. So you get the interesting things out here. Yeah. So we're looking like in Katy. So like let me see if I can't post some pictures of the house we saw. I'll show you what we found. It's not bad. And I want to show you guys something really fun. So y'all hang tight because I'm going to show you something pretty funny. Hold on. I can't dox myself though. Can't show exactly where I live. Or where I'm going to live. Live in downtown Nashville, dude. I love Nashville. Wait, you live on 11 acres in Siena? I didn't know you can get that much land in places out there. You live in Nashville and have similar experience. It's surprised how much community you have downtown as opposed to the burbs. Nashville downtown is like its own experience too. It's like one of the few cities in this country that has like a culture that just you go to absorb. Like if you go to Houston, you go downtown, there's like zero culture here. Houston is such a melting pot of people just moving to work in oil and gas and medicine that Houston never evolved to have any kind of like culture. Like we might have a little bit of that southern hospitality, but I'm telling you, like nobody who lives in Houston is like a natural Texan. Most everybody here is from somewhere else. Austin's probably one of the only cities. Austin and San Antonio are probably the two only cities that have like a cultural heritage to them. San Antonio, Mexican. Used to be a settlement town, a mission town, and it is like awesome. If you like Mexican culture, it's so good. They've got so much food, culture, music. When you go there, you feel like, oh, this is like it's like Mexican American. It's its own flavor of like Mexican culture, which is really fun. Austin is like hippy dippy, super like artsy and weird. The whole town is into fitness. The whole town's into just being chill and yogi and high, and it's kind of nice. Okay, so that's basically it. Houston is like concrete, boring. It's fun. You like restaurants and clubs and whatever, but it's not like you go to New Orleans. New Orleans is culture from A to B, from one side to the other. New Orleans just feels like New Orleans. You can't go anywhere without hearing a trumpet playing. Nashville the same way. You go to Nashville, it is a feeling from one side of the city to the other. It's one of my favorite cities to go to. You're late. What did you miss? You're always fucking late. Talking about this house I looked at the other day. Yesterday. Rock in San Antonio is fun. Yeah, if you've never done it, it's really fun. Just a cool experience. The problem is, like, Houston as a city by itself doesn't really have a lot of culture, and the burbs even have less culture. It's just like, it is your traditional, it's the best kind of suburb to live in, I would think, if you want to pick a suburb. It has everything you could ever want. But it doesn't have, like, flavor. And we're like in that, do we want to pay for, you know, pay for something, get something really big with no flavor, or something a little smaller with lots of flavor? If you ever visit, hit you up on Twitter. We were talking about taking some trips this year. I'll hit you up, dude. One of my favorite memories when I went to Nashville, which was like a decade ago, was when I went. First time went to the Pancake Pantry, if that's still around. I've never waited in line so long for breakfast. I was in line for like over 2 hours to eat pancakes. Apparently the pancakes that Elvis used to go eat there all the time is the story that was told. By far, like, you would say, okay, the pancakes are good or bad at some places. Like, it's just a pancake. They're all the same. This place, the pancake was different. I don't know what they did, and I was trying to Google it. But they were like, the texture was just unbelievably different. It was definitely worth the wait. Maybe I just felt like it was worth the wait because I was so hungry waiting for a couple hours. Okay. We show what we saw. Can't show you the outside. I'll show you the inside. It's really pretty. What some of you guys are saying. This is the inside. We walked in and we were just like, oh, that's beautiful. Look how clean and nice and lovely it looks. Like, okay, well, that's doable. That's the one we looked at yesterday, and we were like, okay, so maybe in the city we can get something that's really nice that we like. I'm trying to see if I have pictures that don't like. All right, I'll show one more. I'm just waiting for my targets to hit before I do anything, so I'm just chit-chatting instead of trading. Here we go. Hold up. I'll show you guys one more. This is the bathroom. It's nice. Not bad. Clean. Well put together. Like, great Gatsby looking pictures. Believe it or not, this house was under a mil. Under 1 mil. It was 3-story. Believe it or not, like, we expected it to be like 1.5 or 2, and we were like, what's the catch? But yeah, it was like a little, we found a spot that we're like, okay, maybe we might stay in the city. Then it's like, shit, you get in the burbs is ridiculous. So what do you guys, I'm reading the chat over here. Guys in PR in Houston. I know what kind of trader is trader. Ben O says Trader King. Oh yeah, David King. David King's a buddy of mine. We hang out all the time. I was not reading Zoom chat. Yeah, David and his girlfriend and me and my girlfriend go out to dinner like every couple weeks. We go out a lot. He's cool. He's a cool guy. He's really cool. He plays violin too, which a lot of people didn't know. He's a very talented musician. That'd be an awesome trader. 100% based on PR. Yeah, he lived in Puerto Rico for I think like 6 months or like a year. Rich lives in Chattanooga. Ooh, nice. Full zone bottom. Yeah, I mean, I'm still waiting. Like, I need to get there. I want to let Q tap before I touch it. IWM long Bonnie Tech off of MHP. Yeah, that was a great trade. I also didn't take it. Y'all know the drill on this one. About the atom bomb. Here to here was a great setup. There trade IWM. I do sometimes. Yeah, today I just missed it though. I was waiting for Michigan numbers to come out, and when they did, I was more focused on Nasdaq. Oh, you hang out with David too, dude. We all gotta hang out sometime, man. All you Houstonians, me, you gotta get Ven to drive in. We gotta all do stuff. We need to have more like just hangouts with the boys and girls from Texas. SPY never hit my target, my entry target. I did take that one short today though. Whatever I made like $700-800. What was it? Oh, 640. 640. That's what it was. This. Brace yourself when you meet Matt. Oh, yeah? Why? Are they going to fall in love too? Immediately. Is Matt so awesome? Insane volume coming down balance scale. Yeah, this was pretty big. We have a VIX, by the way, guys. Be careful here on this one. The problem is we have an illiquidity pocket, guys. And VIX can pivot on a heartbeat. So I feel like I want to err to the side of the long market. VIX needs to really be below there for me to get some confidence. Why does go out of my way to draw this and you move it for me? This is where I like okay market. I'm gonna say okay. I want to see market okay, and then up here, caution, right? You guys know how the VIX hedging takes place. This is where you have the ticking time bomb. This looks like a little Wile E. Coyote time bomb. So volatility is starting to expand a little bit. The market that's trickling up can just have a dip. And wait for those dips when the bomb explodes to get back in on the long side. The volatility would dry out pretty quick, but the liquidity pocket on VIX, just be careful. VIX can move quick. VIX is moving quick. I don't trust one directional moves when you have volatility expanding. And I also don't want to overtrade either. Like SPY is doing what you normally would expect it to do. It's the bull long up setup, which is decent. Problem is that at some point you might get some VIX move towards the middle of the day. Now we have European markets close in about an hour. Drop to work. Yo, later, Crims. I'm quite a character in real life. Kind of character. Cartoon character. A bad character, good character. A villain. Am I a villain in real life? Hey, IDOC, send me some of those. Like, I'm telling everybody the story about, like, you know, the game that you play. Like, what does $1 million get me? And then you look somewhere, and then you always, like, eyeball the burbs to see, like, you get, like, 5 times as much. Show me, like, comparably. What's one of the houses that we found in that range in the burbs that we're looking at? I want to show people how much magnificent palace of a house that you get for, like, no money in Texas. Send me in Discord like some of those Zillow links. I'm gonna show chat what you can get for $1 million in the burbs in Texas. Not even crazy. Even 600,000, 700,000, you get like Palace, man. Crazy. So everybody's starting to move here. They figured that out. And that's like, we're like, oh shit, everybody's moving here. Everyone's moving to Texas. They figured out. We're like the hidden gem of where you can live super cheap. I mean, everybody here has a nice car. Everybody here has a nice house. No matter what you do. You don't have to be rich to have nice stuff in Texas. Yeah. Send me a message in chat. We got you, man. I have a group of buddies that hang out with. They're all traders. They live in Houston. In chat, like Too Good to Fail, he is. JK, he is. We have a group of like trader buddies that hang out. Kang, we hang out a bunch. We should, man. Get the boys out. You made $800 playing safe with micros. There you go. Yeah, I made $640 just shorting MHP on Qs. So SPY's moving higher, Q's moving lower, and MHP break is always a caution, right? So you see how Qs is doing what it's doing? Just gonna let it sit here. You know, we teach patience here. Oh wait, she sent me some of them. All right. So, do you want to see? All right, let's see. She sent me one of them. Let me see if I can find this. Like, y'all want to see something? She sent me to me. Okay, y'all want to see? I know you guys live in different cities around the world. Is something random? You want to see what $800,000 buys you in Texas, in the burbs? Look at this. Hold on. 3-car garage, big giant 2-story thing, windy staircase, brand new build, or actually not brand new build, but like newish build. Movie theater room. Look, with sconces on the walls, padded room, gigantic yard. Look at this thing decked out. Huge kitchen. I mean, look at this. 800 G's, man. That's nothing. A wine room, cellar, sunroom. Like outdoor kitchen. I'm telling you. That's kind of around the price of the house I live in now, which is a 4-story, 3-bedroom townhome in the city. This is like 4 times bigger. It's ridiculous. That's a $4 million house in California. Look at this. A ranch. Look at this. Ranch style home with gates on the front. Just had over $1 million with all this lawn. Look how ginormous. Almost 5,000 square feet. Huge thing. $1 million. Look in the backyard. Look what you get. Giant pool, fire pits, huge yard. Okay, like, look at this. Sprawling gated community, your own ranch, 2-car driveway, U-shape. I mean, two-lane driveway. Barely $1 million. Look how crazy that is. That's the burbs in Texas. And that's like 25 minutes from the city. It's not far at all. Frank says that house is $4 million in the Bay Area. Yeah, pretty much. Brian, have you been to my house? I don't think you've been to my house, my new one. Maybe you have once. So, yeah, so like comparably priced, right? I have like a tall, skinny townhome, and for the same price, we can get a giant, sprawling ranch-style manor with like 5,000 square feet, a magnificent yard, and pool and fire pit and outdoor TVs. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the just moving 30 minutes away, everybody can get a major, massive house. That other one was like 820. And Houston is just so many freeways. It's just a straight shot in. All right, so we touched the Qs at bull zone bottom. Boy, I'm scared. What I tell you about the ticking time bomb, you guys? Let's let it overshoot. Yeah, a lot of these are like lakeside. Now, do I want to touch NQ here or not? I always take bull zone bottom to half gap. Let me let it overshoot though. I mean, sorry, not half cap to here. It's always a setup here to there. Halfway point between hedge and bottom. I know I'm scaring myself out of doing it. I think I should. Problem is that I kind of want to see what it does. Here to here is it. The scalp from here to here is all that I look for. Once it touches, that scalp is over. I kind of missed it anyways. House was sold close to yours where they made meth and it was listed as such. It said on the listing that meth was made in that house and it sold for 900. It sold for 1.5 million. That's incredible. Oh, it took a small position alongside. Oh, nice. Good job. Yeah, the houses are amazing, but nobody will visit us because it's so far. Yeah, we'll have like a giant pool and a giant outdoor seating area for nobody to come hang out at. I'm gonna force all of you guys in Houston. I'm gonna force you all to come visit me. What is this one? Oh yeah, look at these. One more. I'll show you one more. 765. The outside doesn't look that impressive. The inside is just ridiculous. Look at this. Wine glass door, wine room under the stairs. Chandeliers. Look how pretty this is. Look at giant islands. 760. This is like nothing price. Upstairs game room, movie theater room. Look at this. Look at this. This movie theater room right here. 700K? Look at the outdoor. Outdoor bar, outdoor patio, outdoor. Look at this. Nothing. Costs practically nothing. Ridiculous. It's the city. Okay, there's the trade. There's the scalp. That's over. Now, here's the thing. Like, I talked myself out of over trading because I already made my one short, but that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Day's over. Lots of Asians and Katie, my girlfriend, will like it there. That's what she's using to convince me that we might look at Katie. She's playing the Asian card. She's like, they have what we call in Houston a Chinatown. It's even though it's not Chinese, it's like all ethnicities. But we call it Chinatown. There's one in Bel Air, which is like Vietnamese, Korean, Chinese, have all kind of different restaurants, shops, everything. But Katie has its own Chinatown, as Houstonians call it. And it's massive. And so she's like, my parents would love it there. So she's playing that angle that we're convincing ourselves that maybe Katie, because there's a Chinatown there. So right here, this is the end of the predictable day, you guys. You guys know my trade today was from here to here. I cashed out, called it a day. The other scalp is from here to here. There's nothing else predictable about today. I would advise that you don't overtrade. Trying to take it to hedge pressure. Just remember, bull zone bottom goes halfway. Do whatever you want to do, but bull zone bottom and hedge pressure have a special relationship. The halfway point is always the exit point. Fully exit. I'm not telling you what to do. That's always my exit point. My trade. So good luck. A special relationship. You have negative gamma balancing with positive delta from the stock side. So stocks are pushing up, index is pushing down, and they're both like smashed in the middle. Now, hedge pressure is a good setup. Normally, if I were holding for a runner, I'd buy here, trim, let the rest run. Yeah. Good question. So yeah, we do kind of like the idea that Katy might be appropriate. Katy is like west of Houston, though. It's like 45 minutes away. But it is got the full Asian grocery stores and restaurants and stuff there. And activities. Ton of activities, yeah. So both the house we saw last night, though, we fell in love with. We thought was like, this is the perfect house. It's very far from the airport. Google fighting this tape. You're gonna love Applebee's. Shut up, Brian. I'm gonna miss being in the city. So, I think we're convincing ourselves to stay in the city and not go for the sprawling manor. The problem is this weekend we booked a bunch of showings to go look at the sprawling manors and this like master planned, gated golf course country club community. We're gonna look at $1 million mini McMansions or whatever we call it. And I'm sure we're going to walk in and fall in love immediately and have to talk ourselves out of it to stay in the city. That's always a thing. You go to the burbs and you're like, wow, this is great. And then you're like, okay, should we even tempt ourselves? Because it's probably going to make the decision for us. Good school. See, you're playing. Here's the thing, though. Yeah, the good school is one thing. We might homeschool. We've been talking about that. And we're gonna, IDOC, we have to leave our $6 boot camp. I gave a shout out to the boot camp on the stream earlier. How are we gonna, we'll have to get some kind of bougie $200 a month gym. I need my 4 credit, 2 credit inner city boot camp, man. That's what I need. Like I said, we found this perfect gym that's like both our style. But we'll have to force ourselves to get like a bougie gym membership. I don't want to do that. Build a heck of a garage gym. Oh, John is right in the third car garage. Home gym. I'm not motivated with the home gym. I have to go out where there's people shouting at me. The gym we go to has a DJ. We're out there and the guy's like spinning jams, dude. With the McMansion should be easy, yeah. But we got like 4 months to decide where we're gonna go. We got to like February. I was debating taking this QQQ long. I didn't do it. Just open a franchise in Katy. You talked yourself and your wife out of an X7, an M50i. Good. Not stock up on depreciative assets. Although those are gorgeous SUVs. I like the for BMW. I like their silver colors. Like I've never owned one, but they have like this kind of like cool light silver color. That's really, I think is really, just really clean looking. It's not the dark one. It's like the light. Let's see if I can find one. Hold on. Oh yeah. Yeah, like this color right here. I just think that color is so clean looking. I don't know what it is with the. It's, yeah. That's a nice car. It's like a grayish like metallic. Anyways, yeah. You know me, I'm partial to silver cars. Or silvery gray cars. You have it in gray. Oh, nice. Do you like it? I've always been into black cars, white cars, or dark gray cars. I don't do any other colors. Rich, you have a BMW too? Well, that's right. I think I knew that actually. So guys, you hear me talking in two different conversations. I'm talking to people on Zoom as well. I like silver cars or like dark gray cars as well. Like my current car is this right here. It's dark gray. I like dark gray with dark rims. I'm just such a sucker for like dark colored rims in a shiny dark car. And before I had this, the Porsche I had, which was white rims, and that was kind of a cool look. But yeah, like I love dark gray, dark silver, black. DJ, same here. Yeah. Something about it. I just think it's just like, it's slick. Super slick. Wish I had a picture of the Porsche somewhere. I'd show you guys. I don't know. Maybe it's on my phone somewhere. Electric Porsche. Our real estate agent has one. It's nice. It's really nice on the inside. It reminds me of the Panamera, which is what I used to have as Panamera. And on the inside, on the outside, it looks and feels the same. But dude, it is clean looking. Like her agent, she just got one. The blacked out Durango, nice. Small caps, you had the frozen gray. Your wife wanted the dark gray. I like the Porsche. So Panamera. I didn't have the electric one, but the Panamera I liked and I didn't like at the same time. I loved it because it just was, Porsches are just lovely to drive. They're fun. On the inside, they feel nice. The problem is that like it was such a tank of a car. It was so heavy, even though it had like 600 horsepower or whatever. It still was slow. It felt like it was slow. Like the Maserati is faster because lighter. Porsche is just a heavy car. And driving it, the turning was kind of like heavy, and the acceleration was kind of hard. Once you got going, it was fast, but it just felt like you were driving a school bus. That's how I felt. And going into Maserati, they have a similar. They have like a Quattroporto or something like that. And the Ghibli's the Quattro whatever is the same as the Panamera. It's the giant tanky 4-car sports sedan. And then I'm like, I want the Ghibli, which is smaller, because I want cars that are fast to have 4 doors. I've always been a 4-door car kind of guy, but I want them to be like fast at the same time. But yeah, I liked the Porsche, but then I didn't like it at the same time because I wanted like a quicker car that feels like a quicker car, and for the price of a Porsche, you just got a fast school bus, I think. But the electric ones, I think, have a lot more get up, and they're pretty quick. I think Tesla's in my future. I think so. I think I might do a Tesla at some point. But you guys know me. I'm Mr. Value when it comes to cars. Y'all never know, but I'm the best car shopper on the planet. I'm not gonna lie. I got my $180,000 top of the line, fully decked out, fully customized Porsche for just under 100. I got my $109,000 fully decked out Maserati for just over 50. I have a system to get cars to like half price. They're only 1 year old. Maybe we should teach a master class on how to have, because there's a trick and there's certain things you have to do and certain people have to talk to, but there's a way to find out. There's a way to scope out luxury cars at a discount. I've never paid full price for a car, except for right out of college when I was an idiot. I'll teach you. I'll teach you guys. Do a car masterclass? Yeah. All right, I'll teach you guys a trick. Again, here's what you look for. You want a car that is a demo car, which means usually the owner of the car dealership drove it around which usually means it's the nicest one of the bunch. It's got maybe less than 1,000 miles on it and 1 year depreciation off the Blue Book. Because of that, because it's been driven, it's a pre-owned car. Because it's been driven for like less than 1,000 miles, it's practically new. It's the best of both worlds. The car dealer, the owner, he probably just took it out to dinner and then he got a new car, took it out to dinner, you know, probably banged a couple chicks in the back, who knows. Whatever it is, it's usually the most decked out of the lot, and that's the one they drive around to show off. And they rotate those so much that you always have that one there. So you have to know, and if you know people, you know people that have that situation, know people have a situation, you can always scope out those deals. So a car with no wear and tear on it, that's technically, Italian sports cars lose about 40% depreciation first year. Normal cars about 25. Italian cars, Porsche, Maz, all of them, they lose almost half their value in the first year. Y'all know that, right? It's ridiculous how quick those things depreciate. They're only luxury cars here. You go in Europe, they're common. Everybody drives these kind of cars. They're luxury cars here. And the demand is not that high, so the value is not capped. So, Italian car, demo car, less than 1,000 miles, 1 year off. You'll pay half price for it, and you just have to know how to find them. I've always done this. I've never not had a bitchin' ass car, and my friends are all like Ferrari, Lamborghini drivers. These guys go out there and they do the same thing. Like my buddies that have Lambos, they're not out there like dropping, you know, 800, 900,000 on a brand new car. They're buying something, you know, 5 or 10 years old for closely like 100, 150,000, maybe 200,000. And it still looks fresh and nice. So the thing is that when it comes to like Italian cars, Ferraris, all of them, you only buy new if you're like billionaire rich. Like, you know what I mean? You can get a Ferrari for very good value if you know how to find one. The trick is to be patient. Be very patient, because you're not going to walk out there. A lot of these cars are hanging around. You have to kind of stalk them and snipe them and look for them. Never pay full price for a car. You don't get rich in life by being stupid with the money you have. I'll tell you, that's the #1 masterclass trick right there. You only make money by not losing money. Wealth in life is directly proportional to 2 factors. Wealth equals A plus B. Would you like to know what A and B are? A is money that you inherited from somebody else's hard work. And B is how well you manage the money that you were given or money that you acquired. It's not how hard you work. It's not how smart you are. It's not how good you are at your job. It's how smart you are with your money. So A is how much money you were given or earned. And B is how smart you are with it. And being smart with money is a mindset for wealth. You never wasting money. Like I said, we go to a gym with a $6 boot camp. Why? Because it's like 1/4 of the price of going to Barry's for a better workout. You know why? Because it adds up. Not just from the gym, but if you have a mindset like that for everything you do, from groceries to gym to whatever, to cars, you end up with more money at the end of the year. A lot more money than most people. Okay. I hate this like trading setup here. You guys see how I said that midpoint is kind of the stopping point? Where we are right now. Boring ass trading day today. I'm probably gonna call it in a little bit. And the only reason you don't see me driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that is because I can't ever justify paying more than 100K for a car. I don't need to show off that much. I like nice cars because I like nice cars. I like feeling the niceness of a car because I'm a tech guy. It's like my computer sitting down here, I like I invest money in things that I like my possessions because I like it. I like the way it feels. I like how clean it is. I like how high end it is because I like it. I don't get the car and like lean on it and take like a bunch of selfies and stuff. I personally would never want to spend more than 100K on a car. I can help it. What a waste of money. I know. Somebody says, how am I a trader that streams and have a Discord if I don't flex a car? I know, right? That's the real flex. You gotta show off your Bugatti. Your Lambo. Can I tell you a secret? Day Trader Paradise, you know, like was pulling in close to $1 million a year at one point. You know what I did with the money that I made over time? I built rocket scooter with it. That's where I put my money into stuff. I like to build. I like to make. I like to create. I like to invest. I don't like to waste. Supra. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm not like, to me it's not like, ooh, I made money, let me go don some crazy stuff. I'm like, what can I invest this in? What can I build with this? What can I make with this? Yeah, it's like that guy Umar Ashraf. He actually matured over the years now. Good investment. Oh, Umar, yeah, he's definitely a guy who likes to flaunt his stuff. I follow him on Instagram. He's definitely your like traditional stereotype of trader. It's more like his stuff has gotten very good. I like his videos are very educational. I remember some of his earlier stuff was all like, you know, like I call it trader porn. It's just like look at this luxury stuff that I have. And it's good for marketing and branding. I just was never courageous enough or I guess self spoiling enough to really show off much. I show off my garden. That's what I show off. He's a technical heavy trader. Yeah, he's a good guy. I've never met him personally, but I follow his stuff. He definitely guilty of check out my car, check out my stuff. Nothing wrong with it. It's just that's just never been me. I'm too not like that, I guess. Although I am proud of my stuff, I just I don't think I've ever used it to sell courses. I normally just talk about nerdy stuff, and those of you that are patient enough to listen to it stick around. So, all right, buddy from I don't know who you are, because that's all it says in Zoom. But you see how I told you midpoint is kind of where it likes to touch. The midpoint is the balance point. It's a magical thing that happens when you get these. There's some magical, beautiful relationship between a bull zone bottom and the midpoint between hedge pressure and bull zone. It's like this little thing right here. It's just a thing. And again, it's a balance between the hedging of the stocks and the hedging of the index. The index itself, gamma negative. The stocks themselves, delta positive. Weird, right? We talk about this one all the time. I didn't take it just because it was just 8 points on the eight points on the Q, which was okay. But just a monthly hedge break, I scared myself out of it. Frank says talking about some mechanical stuff, not like switching orders and stuff. Oh, that's cool. There's so many people trying to make a journaling software. You know, a guy has a Discord and a course. He targets people in your language. What language? Oh yeah, that's right. He did. That's right. He made and I forgot what it's called, but he made a journaling software. That's right. That's right. I hear it's doing very well, actually. I do remember this now. Tradezilla, something like that, or Tradezera or something. Tradezilla. Oh, Tradezilla. Yeah. That's it, right? Tradezilla. Yeah. I do remember now. I hear it's super well. I know a lot of people that use it. I don't use journaling software. It's helpful, It's helpful to always study the trades that you do, but you don't like, I feel like the act of journaling, while a good practice, because you're teaching yourself to go introspective on your things. The problem is people here don't have the skills to journal properly as they're learning trading. Journaling is a mechanism of being honest with yourself. And a lot of times you're still hurt or beat up or have confirmation bias on your trade. You will journal with that baked in confirmation bias. Like, the market went against me and it should have done this, it should have done that, instead of I should have done this, I should have done that. And so as long as you're honest with your journaling, and the point is to identify what you did wrong and what you can improve on if it wasn't something you did wrong, or what you can improve on every single time. Get used to not making your journaling about celebrating your wins. Like, oh, I fucking nailed it today, dude. I made $1,000. Never do that. It's not useful to journal yourself celebrating. Journaling should always be an introspective journey into like what you want to work on. And so even if you make a killer win, it's still, how could I have improved this win? So that everything that you write down is effectively using your time correctly. Celebrating a trading win is a short-lived victory because you're going to lose as much as you win. So it's silly to waste your time like tooting your own horn about how much you won. Make sure that everything you do is like, how could I have done this slightly better, right? To me, that's the way to go. Like, hell yeah, dude, I made $2,000 today. This lineup and that lineup and this lineup, and I made all this money. It's more like this lineup, and this lineup. But I closed my trade out early because I finally made some money, and because I lost the previous day, I cut my trade out early. I could have actually made a little bit more. And you see it like that instead of like bragging to yourself about how much you made. You see it as like, how can I still improve even when I win? How can I improve when I lose? How can I improve when I win? If you could do that and be honest with yourself, then journaling would be very effective for you. Rich has said, yeah, you will blow your accounts if you have that mindset, right? It's not how much I win, it's how do I improve on what I did wrong. And every time you make a trade, there's always like a what could I have done better mentality. And so for me, it's like, what could I have done better? Well, I was telling you guys a story about my houses and not paying attention when it dipped here and I didn't take the long. But also, I didn't want to take it because monthly hedge break, I was just being cautious. Okay, so maybe what could I have done better is maybe taking a micros position from here to here, but sitting out also not a bad idea. Big volume on Qs. Yeah, I see it right here. Yeah, so bull zone bottom to midpoint is always the trade. And it's like, that's basically it. As I mentioned earlier, I don't ever hold for the run, even though it's very possible. I always go from here to here. I take the guaranteed 90% chance balance. Probably with the hedge break, it's probably closer to 70%. Under all ideal conditions, it bounces 90% of the time. So this leg of a trade, this is what we call Matt's favorite trade. All right, yeah, London's closing. We got that happening. Huge amounts of sector rotating today. Nasdaq selling off, S&P inching higher, and the Russell just completely rocketing, man. All right, YouTube, we're gonna get out of here. You still drive a truck you bought years ago, Garrett? It's just transportation. No, what's cool? No payments and having more to invest. Retired in your 40s. That's what's cool. That's right. That's right. That is right. My car's a 2019, and it's pretty much paid off. It's almost paid off. This is like the last year. As soon as it's paid off, I'm going to buy a car for another 5 years. I'm good. I like my car. It works well. I never drive anywhere. It's got like 30,000 miles on it for a 5-year-old car. I go nowhere. This thing will last me for another decade. No payments, no interest, nothing. I mean, no payments, no anything. I'll be in the same boat as you, man. Is there a scanner setting for bulls on bottom? Yeah. Okay. Glasses on. Hold on. Oh, liquidity map current. Do that. Go to here. Select all the ones that have B in it. Okay. Wall target up, wall target down. Wall target down. Bull zone bottom. Mop, do you have the platform? So wall target down looks at the bull zone bottom, distance to down. Wall target up is bear zone up, distance to up. Now we named these before we call them different bottoms, but essentially you sort. So you basically select the liquidity map that are all have the B's, which means you're trading above bull zone, and then you look for shortest distance to bull zone. So here's your list of Matt's favorite trade, CAH. And the distance between the wall targets is the distance between here and here on a percent basis. There you go. That helps. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Love y'all. And we'll see y'all later. Oh. Don't forget. Check out our platform. There is a deal that's about to go away at the end of the week on Sunday. $67 first month, $111 each month after. It's going to $199 after this if you don't lock it in. So move to the new site. Old lifetime members from the old school site, send me a DM with your login. I'll show you how to switch over to the new site, lock everything in there too. How to get everything set up. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, trade smart. That's what we do here. Good weekend, you guys. Mop for bear, it's the other side around. You pick all the ones with bear, and then you search for wall target up. That's it. Yeah, I'll teach that today. How about we do scanner today in the Zoom call? I totally have not done a scanner class yet. Remind me, Mopped, in the Zoom call, and I'll teach you all the tricks. If you like that bulls on bottom trick, I will teach you how to use a scanner to find all of them. All of our setups. You get clever. All the pieces are there in the scanner. You just have to know how to do it.